Please look right for traffic when exiting.
Hey everyone, it is Friday, October 28th. The time is just before noon and the temperature right now is around 9 degrees Celsius. And that was the 511 Bathurst streetcar I just got off. And that'll be heading south down to Exhibition. And this is the intersection of Bathurst and College. And they've still got the streetcar line on College blocked off. And it'll be that way for at least the rest of the year. So for this one, I'm going to walk west along College through part of Little Italy. And then when I get to Palmerston, which is a rather nice residential street, I'm going to head north up into the Annex. And hopefully I'll get to check out some neat fall colors along the way. So this is Markham Street. This is the first walking video I've recorded in Toronto in a couple of weeks. I got back from Thailand earlier this week and I wasn't feeling all that great. But I wanted to get out and record something local, so here we are. And Palmerston is one of my favorite residential streets in the city. At least the middle section, known as Palmerston Boulevard. As to the south of here, between Queen and College, it is Palmerston Avenue. And then north of Bloor up to DuPont, it is also Palmerston Avenue. Well, that didn't take long. We have arrived at Palmerston Boulevard here in Little Italy. I was originally going to walk south and start up on Bloor, but I thought the lighting might be a little better with the sun at my back. And you'll notice it's got kind of these nice gates greeting you when you enter Palmerston Boulevard. And there is an old church that has been converted into lofts. And hopefully there'll be some Halloween decorations along the way. That's one thing I've missed out on by being away. The fall colors. And checking out some haunted houses and that sort of thing. Here we go. The Witch's Cottage. Enter at your own risk. viewit.ca/B34656. So either the whole home is for rent or there's a unit in there for rent. And you can look that up at the address on that sign. And one of the defining characteristics of Palmerston Boulevard are these street lamps here. They are 1920 style. And most of these properties date back about 100 years. So in addition to these nice lampposts, I think Palmerston would also be defined by all the trees that line the street. It's a little bit wider than most residential streets in this area. I believe this neighborhood would officially be known as Palmerston Little Italy. Laneway Suite. It looks like there might be a laneway home in behind that one.
I felt bad I forgot that plate. I really wanted it.
There's a northbound 511 streetcar heading up Bathurst. And there's a stop right there at Ulster and Bathurst Street. And Palmerston is located a little bit west of downtown. And it sits just south of Koreatown on Bloor. And this realtor here, Chestnut Park, seems to be selling a lot of homes on the street. Speaking of which, Chestnut Park is another street in the Rosedale neighborhood that has lamps very similar to this. In fact, they're the only two streets I can think of in the city that feature those nice old lamps. And this would mark roughly the halfway point on Palmerston Boulevard. This is Harvard Street, and Harvard Village is off in the distance there. And coming up on the right at 469 is the George Weston mansion. And I believe he actually passed away in that property, George Weston, the baked goods tycoon that later led to the Loblaws supermarket chain. So that is 473. Oh, I must have gone past it. That's 473. Oh, here it is. So I was talking about it while I was looking at it with not realizing just what the property was. This one definitely, along with another number of homes on the street, has heritage status. And this is Herrick Street. So just to test my theory, there's the view north. And I was pretty convinced the lighting wouldn't have been as good had I started walking south with the sun right there. And not to pat myself on the back or anything, but I think I was right about that. Stop drinking cow's milk. No, I will not stop. I'm a little disappointed at the lack of Halloween spirit. Of course, I say that and I see two homes with Halloween decorations. There's one over there. So this is Bloor Street West coming up. So I'm going to turn right and head over on in through the Annex. Not quite sure where I'll wrap this one up just yet. I think you can tell my throat or my voice is still a little groggy.
No ceiling.
And they've got these same gates here at this entrance. Although that one needs a little bit of work. So here's Koreatown. So just north of here, Palmerston Boulevard becomes Palmerston Avenue. And this is east along the north side of Bloor Street West. And you could pop into Bathurst Station right there. There seems to be some pretty good progress here at this rental complex going in where Honest Ed's used to be. All right, maybe I'll cross to the south side of the street here. This is Bathurst.
Nancy.
Well, the last time I was out recording a walk, it was, I think, about 35 or 36 degrees Celsius. This is certainly quite different.
What? These two right here. Why did you do shit?
And this is Lippincott Street. And there's some good news. Nadage Pastry Cafe. This intersection here used to have 3 cafes. There was a Starbucks there, a very big Aroma that was always packed there, and a Second Cup on this corner. And all 3 closed down. But it's good to see a cafe pop back up in the Annex. There's Lee's Palace on the right. And this is Croft Street. Croft is one of the more interesting streets. It's basically a laneway street. But I think it gets interrupted in a few different parts. And it eventually resumes south of Harvard Street all the way down to College. That might be one worth revisiting. This is Borden Street, and I have not noticed Wild Hearts Cafe before. That's either new or I have just completely missed it. This is Barbara Barrett Lane. Let's just cut along here. There used to be a speakeasy known as the Green Mango that operated out of one of these spots. And back in 2017, it relocated down to College Street. You are here, the Annex. I think it was located just up in here. And there's where Tilt Arcade Bar used to be. That is now the Annex Hotel. So this would be Brunswick. It used to be a popular bar called the Brunswick House, which later became Rexall Drugs, and now it's a Value Village.
Yeah, that would be cool. Honestly, anybody who has like a
B&B Books. And coming up is a supermarket. The owners have proposed putting up a big condo with, I believe, a new supermarket at its base. A lot of big retailers in the city are starting to get into the act of redeveloping their properties and building condos. And I believe it is this metro that they are targeting to do that. So this is Robert Street. And here we are at Spadina. I guess I could have just stayed on that side and jumped into the subway station. And here you could catch the Line 1 trains on the university side, as well as Line 2. Although there's a bit of a hike walking between the two lines, as well as the 510 Spadina streetcar. Free transfer till 118. So I'm heading to Line 2 eastbound, and there's where you could grab a streetcar. And it looks as if I may have just missed a train. well, it's no big deal. And on that note, I hope you enjoyed this one. Starting in Little Italy and heading up a rather nice Palmerston Boulevard up to Koreatown, and then walking east through the Annex over to here at Spadina Station. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below, and if you wish to support the channel, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership in the description. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing below these videos. All right, thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. As my train appears to be making its way, well, not my train. A train makes its way into the station. Might as well wait now.
Line 2, Bloor Kennedy. The next station is St. George Station.